So, on my YouTube channel, I generally have like a lot of like one-off games that I basically play for like, a quick like, little jaunt to see how they basically play and if I really like them or not, or to show them off for developers, or just because they interest me for some reason. And I basically distinguish them with like, the showcase videos or the explore videos. And a key difference between those like videos is that with the explore videos, I'm not usually prodded by the developer to actually like, play their game. I just go and do it. And showcase videos are basically done on behalf of developers or agents of those developers basically play their game. This is kind of a weird instance because I got a free Steam key for this game, full disclosure. Basically what happened is I went to like the Roguelike Reddit one day, saw there was a guy basically put this thread here called ChessRogue free Steam keys, and indeed, in this thread I actually offered to take a Steam key and he offered to basically send it. So I've gotten a free Steam key for this game. I'm going to call this a showcase video, but it's not exactly as much of a showcase video as like most other ones, but I'll throw it out there. By the way, again, this is basically like in the Roguelike Reddit, you could probably actually request for your own Steam key, and I think quite a few like people have actually requested it and gotten their keys, and there might still be some people like looking to basically like still get it because I see this guy right here 15 minutes ago. I'll take a key. And like only 3 hours ago, someone got a key, and like an hour ago, someone got a key. So he's probably still sending out keys. So it might be worthwhile to check out. So his game is ChessRogue. Let's just check it out. I'll give it a go. Full disclosure again, I've never played this game before. I saw it says Chess and Rogue. I was like, okay, I'll play it. Give it a try. As always, AVG says hi. Hello, AVG. Thank you for protecting me. I hear music. Interesting. Alright, so I am DFuxa. Okay. So first thing off the bat, I don't see any sort of like music. Okay, so there is like it controls music off here. You generally need something better than this. This game is probably like one that like I'm just gonna do a quick check here. So ChessRogue, Steam, and yeah, this game is currently like 51% off if you want to basically buy it. It's not really like all expensive, but okay, it is an early access, but even still, I highly recommend basically having like audio and like other settings basically here. This is not enough. But anyways, we can see controls here. So all the keys for like the different like pieces of chess. Guard, elephant, camel. So you got some special stuff here as well. Unicorn, Chancellor, Amazon Princess, other stuff here. There's our credits. So it's basically developed by Lazatza Considerations. There's the lead developer, graphics, music, and all sort of stuff. There's the FAQ. So check out the Steam page for the updates and stuff like that. And it looks like his last update July 22nd. So there may be some more updates soon because like you might like get a whole lot more feedback soon. All right, let's just put the music back on. Also, I'd like if this would be full screen, but it is what it is. So we're just gonna quickly go windowed because you probably want to see it like full. All right, there we go. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, but that's better than nothing. All right, so I got gold 100. Apparently there's supposed to be like a black mode and like a white mode, by the way. So you can play like white. Place your pieces strategically every round. Your goal is to capture the enemy king. Every 3 rounds, you may hire from a selection of free random pieces or quantities or black mode. Play as black. Your pieces are placed randomly. So there's supposed to be like some differences in these two, and apparently it's supposed to be like if you play black, you get your pieces back. So there is like some like, you know, incentive basically like, you know, try each mode, I guess. Okay, what do I want? So you got queen for 2075, rook for 50, bishop and knight. So we'll get a knight, 2 knights, couple bishops, and why I'll build some pawns basically into the mix. Alright, so let's start the game and see what it basically does for me. So start game. Okay, so I want to note that basically what happened here. It popped up the new window. So right off the bat, doesn't throw it out there. Unless it's basically like all in this like application here. I don't like this basically because like, you know, now I got like, you know, a window back here. It's like, why do I basically have this over here? So, all right, let's see if I can find this one. Okay, so now we're basically showing this off. So familiarize yourself with controls. Your goal is basically to kill the enemy king here. So yeah, one of the things about my piece being randomly placed, both the bishops are basically on light squares, which is perhaps not great, but whatever. Okay, went there, moved this bishop out of the way. He's like, nope, don't want to lose that. He's threatening my knight with the bishop, but I mean, I don't really care because I can just like, you know, take off like a pawn, right? So it's fine. Alright, so I can basically move this up twice. Let's do that. And I'll chase the bishop around here a little bit. I can afford to move you basically up here. Unfortunately, I can't really defend his pawn, but I could get him to move out of the way. And okay, I was hoping for promotions or something like that, but it's not happening. We're not getting promotions. So just learned that there's no promotions. That's kind of annoying, by the way. I mean, like, you know, the pawns really aren't moving as I sort of expect them to, but whatever. Alright, this nice pin, so he couldn't get him out of the way. He had to move because he got checked. I move there because, you know, I'm basically like defended by this guy. He probably wants to take that. That's fine, I think. So like your pawns can move apparently, like, you know, like this, so whatever. You couldn't move down, by the way, because like this like guy's got this like, you know, diagonal basically in control. Try to think here how to best like get this guy. And there's checkmate, basically. Basically, like, you know, you couldn't like move his king, so it died. So, unnote the idea is like you actually have to take the king. You can't like, you know, just checkmate them. You actually have to take it physically, but whatever. All right, this guy's got 3 knights. I'll note that the AI is playing pretty decently, by the way, so it's not like a a terrible thing on that end. The pawn's just moving weird, like they're not promoting and like doing really what I expect them to, but whatever. You move there because, like, I can't capture that or anything. The knight is basically lower value, I guess, so we'd manage to take it, but whatever, that's fine. He's threatening my bishop again, but how do you take my king? Not really sure. Maybe the knight could do it. I guess it's not really giving you any warnings if you're under check, so that could be something that could be improved. So if you're like being threatened or not. You got walls, I guess, that protect your king. You decide not to take the the bishop right now yet, so okay. He's like, nope, you're not going to take that. So okay. Just his king now, that's fine. Chase my knight around. Yeah, my king is also a powerful piece, right? So I can use it to do stuff. I gotta got this guy to sort of use as well, but whatever. Moving this direction to try and escape my wrath. You can only go down these diagonals over here, right? So and the king takes the king. All right, so he's got a black and a white. First things first, let's go. I mean, if he wants to take my knight, let him. Let's do that. There goes his bishops. I mean, you can't checkmate with bishops, but I got king here and like a bunch of pawns, so. Where are you going? I mean, I got like these, like, you know, squares sort of locked down over here. Like you can conquer the stairs, maybe? Let's try this, like, you know, taking the king again, I guess, but whatever. And pawn takes king. Okay, choose pieces. So, get one knight. Maybe that's a rook. That's maybe the Amazon. Not sure what that basically is. It'd be nice if I actually had tooltips, by the way, so like, you know, tell what these units basically are. Let's see, he's got a lot of pawns. He's like, pawns can move in whatever direction they want to, I guess, but whatever. They can move backwards, they can move forwards. It feels odd, like, you know, the pawns can go wherever they want to, I guess. So they're sort of like just like, you know, your other units. Okay, you took that because, you know, why not? I have no idea what the purpose of this guy basically is. He's going for the knight now or the bishop. Let's bring this over here, sort of like, you know, make a giant structure here. Like, here's the thing. These pawns are actually super strong now because, like, you know, in like the original like chess game, they can only move forward. Here they can like move in every direction, so they're a lot more powerful as all that. Like, nope, gotta block that. He says, I'm gonna threaten your king. Trade those pieces off. Sure what's up with like the hot stocks these guys keep on doing, but whatever. It's annoying. That prevents me from moving this direction, by the way, so. He's trying to move the other direction now. There's that pawn. He's like, nope, don't want to get captured. And he's like, nope, can't get me this way. There we go. Now I got one knight and a king over here to deal with. He sees that, by the way, so he's like, no. Right, he was defending there, so that didn't work too well. That worked fine. Okay, we got some rooks. These guys should be more typically like, you know, threatening, but whatever. No defense here at the moment, so we'll do that. He sees that's undefended, so he's gonna try and, like, you know, attack it maybe. I'm gonna pin that rook. I'll trade that off because it gets rid of one of his rooks. That basically pretty much defends all those pieces right there for a moment. It's like he's got a battery, but can't do much with it. Oh, yeah, he could, because he can, you know, defend himself there, but whatever. He lost that. You get rid of that rook so it can't be an issue anymore, but whatever. Yeah, super powerful the pawns basically are. And they only cost like 5 gold, so you could like do a huge pawn storm with this game, I guess, like, you know, with this sort of like metric. Did he just not move there or something? Interesting placement for the king there. I kinda wish I had my bishop now, but oh well. The king's just running away. He's like, I got threatened knight, I guess, because and like, yeah, they're not moving sometimes, but whatever. There might be some sort of bug. Or maybe you can skip turns. And there we go, we took that. So bishop, rook, or 2 rooks. Interesting, so why not just like 2 rooks? Might want to balance that, so like, you know, it's not like the obvious option is like, you know, obvious, but whatever. He's threatening that, but whatever. Yoink. He's like, nope, not gonna let you do that. Whoops. It might be a little bit hard to sort of like distinguish, like, you know, which tiles basically are actually like, you know, actually threatened, by the way. So definitely need to have like bigger, you know, this needs to be bigger, like full screen. I mean, like, why not? I'll trade it off. So now I'll run that away. Is that something you step on, I wonder? I'm not really sure. You can't step on it, I guess, so that's a thing. Down it goes. Easy enough. Now, this is technically on this line, so I could move here and just keep forcing him forward, because why not? I was like, nope, have to protect that. Works for me. Rook shoot is super powerful, regardless of how like you play with them, but whatever. I was thinking, and I can't seem to move on that, so I guess you can conquer the stairs, not really sure. Simplify. There we go. Both my bishops are on, like, you know, the wrong squares again, but oh well. Let the king wander however he wants to. He can't kill anything here because, you know. Like, why is it waiting like this? That shouldn't be happening, by the way. It should be like a, you know, if they're forced into like a bad move, making a bad move, they should be forced into making a bad move. I think it's called Zung Swing or whatever. Are those queens? Did I just get 3 queens? Okay. It's like, gotta block that. I'm really tempted to simplify this by, like, you know, sacrificing queens, but let's do that first. Maybe move that bishop. You realize he has to, you know, keep blocking at this point because, you know, I'll checkmate if he's not careful. I mean, check, check. Also, I can't take it with, like, the rook, but it kills off a lot of stuff there. There we go. Queen. Keep forcing him down here a little bit, because why not? He wants to keep moving forward. That's fine by me for now. There goes the bishop. Well, we're up to, like, you know, floor 11 here. I suppose the idea is, like, you know, how far can we basically go here, like, you know, it's gameplay, but whatever. I can't immediately threaten him for, like, a check, so we'll pin his knight here. He's trying to threaten my king for an easy checkmate, but no. Of course I did that, so yeah, game over, yes. I pressed the N and it basically said no or whatever, so that could also be, like, you know, better, but whatever. Scoreboard. Normal display here. Scoreboard is like none, so that's a little bit of, like, the, you know, black pieces, I guess, being played. Let's try, like, white mode, I guess. So plays white. It's not just usually plays them. And I think when you basically lose them, you, like, lose them for good here. So and probably more money. More money's nice. So let's just get free rooks. And I get to place my stuff here, so king, rooks. There's rook, there's rook, there's rook. There's the king. Okay, what happens next? Does the AI not know how to place it in the, like, you know, the white mode? So maybe white mode doesn't work. So and I don't really care how I place them, so just B, put P here, put P here. King can go there, and knight right there. Like, it's not doing anything here, so. Alright, well, there's basically a quick look at ChessRogue. It does feel like very much like a prototype at this point, so it definitely needs a lot more improvement, but there is, like, you know, some gem of, like, you know, gameplay there to sort of like. I'm not really sure this should have been brought to Steam, by the way, just early, by the way, to the developer. It does feel like it's a little bit too, like, you know, it's too simple, I think, at this point to really have, whatever. I guess we got the little 5 by we get more gold, so I got like 2 queens. And when I obviously go to, like, you know, show you this off. There's be my 2 queens, and it's like, you know, me's a little pawn. He's like, no, don't do that. That's just simple, but whatever. Pop. You're in a bad spot, aren't you? But whatever. Go here. They're both on, like, black places, by the way, so if I go right there, he can't do anything to that queen. If I go there, he can't do anything to that queen. Like, literally. That locks down those 3 squares there, so king takes king, because why not? So here's like some buffalo type pieces, I guess. There's, like, you know, they move 2 spaces to jump over things, probably. Yeah, they jump over things, so that's their gimmick. Has to go up this line now. I can jump over the walls. Why I do that, I have no idea. Not really sure what to say about these pieces, but okay, they're there. Yes, my king will kill them all. There you go. So that apparently skips your turn, by the way, like the yellow thing there, so that's probably a bug if, like, it doesn't do anything. Get a queen kill finally. Alright, so score, experience level there. I guess it's like, you know, one of these like games that like have progressive elements to them. Interesting placement of that. It's like, I'll offer you a queen trade. It's like, nope, not just yet. Going for this piece apparently. That stairs in the way, unfortunately for you, so whatever. It's like they can pass through the stair, or they can't pass through it, so there's some bugs there for sure. And yeah, game over, like you probably press yes, it does it the wrong way, so that's definitely a bug right there. Alright, so that's basically ChessRogue. There's not much basically more to say about it. Needs a lot more work, but whatever. Take care all.